Well, he's being called George Bush's brain. And tonight, Karl Rove, the U.S. president's former deputy chief of staff, visited Vancouver for a Fraser Institute-sponsored event. Rove is a controversial figure, sure to draw a crowd. His appearance tonight was a sellout, attracting not just the people willing to pay $500 a plate. It also brought out a small group of protesters.
Mr. Rove, you are not welcome in Vancouver. You are not welcome in this city.
He left the White House almost 6 months ago, but controversy still follows him wherever he goes.
You're a war criminal by definition, sir. You belong in The Hague, not in Vancouver, and Vancouver does not support you being here.
Karl Rove, the former deputy chief of staff to President Bush, was at the Four Seasons Hotel in downtown Vancouver speaking on Canada-U.S. relations to a crowd who paid $500 a plate.
We believe in free speech. Canada is a country where we treasure free speech, and everyone's entitled to their opinion. And the protesters are certainly entitled to their opinion. But I mean, they have a right to protest, but at the same time, they don't have a right to try to prevent someone from speaking. They don't have a right to try to disrupt an event.
See this?
Yes.
President Bush called Rove the architect. He's credited as being a key figure to Bush's rise to the White House. He also chaired the White House Iraq Group. Critics say its purpose was to sell the invasion on Iraq to the public. Before leaving the White House, Rove was accused of outing a CIA operative whose husband was critical of the invasion. No charges were ever filed against him.
I think my biggest problem with Mr. Rove is how he chaired the White House Iraqi Group, which no one really knows about, but it was a secretive group that was the marketing arm for the White House. They marketed the Iraq War.
If it wasn't for Karl Rove, Bush never would have been elected. There never would have been a war in Iraq. There wouldn't have been 1 million people dead in Iraq. He's one of the worst criminals in human history.
War criminal or political genius, his controversy continues.
The people of Canada are sick of you. We are done with you.
Well, the kidnapping of UBC